It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Graham to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Graham.
That's complete to Treylon Burks.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. A good pickup there at 22.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Now Graham to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Texans at 7-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On second down now, Colvin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Off play action. Poole. And that is incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
I know they got the first down. But, Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right? Field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. Colvin. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll run on first down. Colvin, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, Colvin, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
42 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
On second down now, Colvin. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Texans football to start quarter 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
A timeout for an injured player, and it looks like it's Treylon Burks who's in some discomfort out there.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Graham here from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Texans will take over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through.
Right back to him on first down.
Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to find that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, Colvin. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 32.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On third down, Colvin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Colvin stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on third down. Poole. It's Williams on the catch.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this has definitely been a ball control offense here in the first half. We saw them go on a long scoring drive the last time they had the ball. And now here, they get the third down conversion to keep this drive going.
They'll run on first down. Colvin. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a pickup of 6. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Colvin, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet?
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And the Texans scoop it.
And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Graham going to set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Diaz. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 1st and 10, it's Graham. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Graham. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Graham will throw.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there, a big one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Saquon Barkley with a milestone career touchdown number 100, joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Houston's offense taking over again.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Colvin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action here on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off the play fake.
Pull. He's got this, complete to Williams. He'll get it inside the 20.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Parkey is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here at Submit.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin.
121 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a lot of credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
Up to the 20. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On second down now, Colvin. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Graham on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Now Graham. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
First down, here's Graham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game. And I think it's been led by what you just talked about. That defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control around the scrimmage.
So first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Pushes him over. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Looking to throw. Graham. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Kenneth Murray
coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Out of the shotgun, Graham. Touchdown! Evan Ingram. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
Taken down at the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
On 4th down, pull. It's complete to Williams.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Pull. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
This offense so far on third down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make this.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Bronco defense comes up big. To throw from his end zone, Graham. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
Finding room at midfield. Big strides, look at him go. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and this has been a really tough game for this defense. They've been left grasping at shadows. Haven't done a good job at all containing these receivers, and they get lit up yet again.
On first down, Colvin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now a handoff up the middle. Colvin, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A touchdown run there from a yard out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, their defense has really struggled.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel.